Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today we're focusing on a really pivotal moment in the incredible journey of pregnancy, hitting that significant halfway mark.
Mm,
It's a point where the invisible, intricate processes happening inside start to become wonderfully visible and tangible, and the reality of the life growing within truly sets in.
absolutely.
It's a time of immense change, both the visible shifts that others see and the hidden, intricate transformations happening deep inside you and your developing baby.
Indeed. It's truly a dynamic and exciting stage where things start to feel very, very real. The pace of development, both for the baby and for the pregnant individual, it really picks up.
Yeah,
Moving from those foundational building blocks to more, refined systems and noticeable physical changes.
that's right. So today, our mission is to embark on a comprehensive deep dive into week 18 of pregnancy.
Okay?
This isn't just about the marvel of what's happening to the baby, though that's certainly a huge part of it, right?
For sure.
It's also about the incredible transformations you are experiencing as an expecting parent and, well, the practical considerations that start to come into sharp focus around this time.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to meticulously break down the key changes, explain why they're happening on a physiological level, and empower you with the knowledge to navigate this exciting period with confidence and a deeper understanding.
And to ensure you're getting the most reliable, actionable information, this deep dive is grounded in insights from a well-regarded guide for expecting parents. All the information we'll be sharing has been medically reviewed and is evidence-based,
Good.
meaning you can trust the insights we deliver into what you can truly expect during this remarkable week. We're here to provide clarity and context, not just, dry facts.
Okay, let's unpack this and jump right into the absolute marvel of development happening within you. What's going on with your baby at 18 weeks? Let's start with the big picture highlights, those sort of standout moments that many parents eagerly anticipate.
Well, what's fascinating here is that one of the most exciting and often emotional events for many expecting parents around week 18 is the mid-pregnancy ultrasound.
Ah, yes, the big scan.
Exactly. This crucial scan is typically scheduled between 18 and 22 weeks. It's not just a quick peek, as some might imagine. It's an essential, comprehensive diagnostic appointment. People often call it the anatomy scan.
Right, the anatomy scan.
Yeah, it's designed to thoroughly check on your baby's overall health and to get a very detailed head-to-toe look at their development, making sure everything is progressing as expected.
I can only imagine the anticipation and perhaps a little bit of nervousness leading up to that. What can someone truly expect during this ultrasound? How detailed does it actually get?
Well, the appointment itself usually lasts anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes, sometimes even longer, actually.
Yeah.
It allows the sonographer ample time to methodically examine everything. They'll be looking at the 4 chambers of the heart, blood flow, brain structures, kidneys, stomach, bladder. They even count fingers and toes, examine the spine, measure the bones of the limbs. It's really thorough.
Wow.
So for you, the listener, this is a major milestone. It offers an incredibly clear visual connection to your developing baby. You might see them sucking their thumb or wriggling around, maybe even looking like they're dancing inside.
That's amazing.
This vivid glimpse truly helps to solidify the reality of the life growing within you.
Yeah.
Many parents describe it as one of the most profound moments of their pregnancy. Finally seeing those tiny distinct features and active movements that have been unseen for so long.
Yeah,
It really moves from being an abstract idea to a very real, tiny person.
absolutely. It's that concrete visual that truly brings it home. And speaking of movements, another huge highlight for many at this stage are the first baby kicks. What do
Well,
those actually feel like? Because I hear it's not always what people expect a kick to be.
you're absolutely right. The initial movements, often called quickening, can be incredibly subtle, really subtle.
Like, how subtle?
Well, they're often described as feeling like gentle flutters, maybe a soft swish, or perhaps like gas bubbles moving around.
Mm.
One delightful comparison I've heard is like popcorn popping softly inside.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, or even a fish gently swimming. It's certainly not yet the strong, definite jabs or rolls you'll feel later in pregnancy. These delicate sensations are the first undeniable sign that your baby is actively moving and exploring their environment within the womb.
Oh.
For many, it's a private, intimate moment that suddenly makes the pregnancy feel incredibly real.
Popcorn popping, I love that. It makes it sound so whimsical and almost playful. And I imagine once you feel it, it really starts to become a more frequent occurrence. Does it mean anything specific for their development?
Exactly. While they start subtly, these movements will grow stronger, more distinct, and become much more frequent over time. Initially, they might be sporadic. You might
Yeah.
feel something one day and then nothing the next.
Okay.
But soon you'll start to notice patterns. And these aren't just random twitches either. They're actually crucial for your baby's developing musculoskeletal system.
How so?
Every stretch, kick, and tumble helps to strengthen their bones and muscles, preparing them for life outside the womb. It's like their own little workout routine in there.
Huh, right.
So for the expecting parent, this is a truly magical and deeply reassuring moment. It solidifies the reality of the life growing within you in a profoundly personal way that nothing else quite matches, really. It's a constant, gentle reminder of your baby's presence, activity, and vitality. Tuning into these movements can become a beautiful daily ritual.
And all that amazing development and activity requires a lot of fuel, both for the baby and for you. So let's talk about fueling growth. Great pregnancy snacks. I know there's a specific recommendation for extra calories in the second trimester.
Yes, that's right. During this second trimester, experts generally suggest you'll need approximately 340 extra calories per day.
Okay, 340. That doesn't sound like a huge amount, but I guess it adds up.
It does, but it's also important to make those calories count. Quality over just quantity. The best strategy to meet this goal, and crucially, to maintain stable blood sugar levels so you don't experience extreme hunger or those energy crashes, is to incorporate healthy, nutrient-dense snacks between your main meals. Think of it as providing a steady stream of fuel for a high-performance engine, which your body definitely is right now.
So rather than waiting until you're absolutely starving or reaching for something less nutritious out of sheer desperation, it's about being proactive and strategic with snacks.
Precisely. Thinking proactively about nutrient-dense snacking will help you meet those increased nutritional needs, which are critical for both your own well-being and your baby's rapid development. Your body is building a whole new human and supporting vastly expanded systems for yourself, so quality fuel is paramount.
Makes sense. What kind of snacks are we talking about?
Well, consider snacks that offer a good mix of protein for growth and satiety, fiber for digestion, and blood sugar stability, and healthy unsaturated fats for sustained energy and absorption of fat-soluble vitamins.
Okay. Examples?
Things like Greek yogurt with berries, apple slices with peanut butter or almond butter, a handful of almonds or walnuts, maybe some whole grain crackers with cheese or avocado. Hard-boiled eggs are great too.
Got it.
These provide steady energy and essential nutrients that support the baby's ongoing organ development and your own increased metabolic demands.
That makes perfect sense. Now, let's go from the big picture, the first kicks in the ultrasound, to the truly intricate, detailed fetal development happening inside at 18 weeks. What's forming in there at a maybe microscopic level that we might not even consider?
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting and truly illustrates the marvel of human development. At 18 weeks, your baby's facial features are coming into much sharper focus.
Sharper how?
Well, their ears, nose, and lips are all becoming clearly recognizable on an ultrasound. It's almost like a sculptor refining their work,
Wow.
And beyond that, even finer details are now formed. Their eyelids, eyebrows, eyelashes, tiny nails on their fingers and toes.
Tiny nails already.
Oh, yes. And even hair follicles are all present. This means that what you might see on a detailed ultrasound at this stage is truly a distinct little person, with many of the features they'll be born with already in place. It's a truly amazing demonstration of precision.
It's astounding how much detail is present already, even at this relatively early stage. But it's not just about what you can see externally, right? What about the internal hidden systems like the lungs? They're so critical for life outside the womb.
Absolutely. The development of the lungs at this stage is incredibly intricate and foundational. Within your baby's tiny lungs, the smallest tubes, known as bronchioles, are beginning their vital branching development.
Branching out like a tree.
Exactly. Think of it like building the most intricate miniature tree inside your baby's chest, where every tiny branch is essential for future function. This process of branching, called arborization, is becoming increasingly complex. And at the end of these tiny tubes, rudimentary respiratory sacs are starting to appear. What's truly remarkable is that this foundational process, which begins now, is preparing for that very first independent breath outside the womb.
That's incredible foresight by the body.
It really is. These sacs will eventually become enmeshed with tiny blood vessels in a process called vascularization, forming the alveoli. This network is crucial for the efficient exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide that will happen after birth when your baby takes their very first breaths independently.
Wow.
It's a testament to the incredible, precise, an anticipatory design of human development that's unfolding right now, completely unseen.
So this is the very beginning of the complex system that allows them to breathe on their own. It really underscores the complexity of human development with so many systems coming online and maturing simultaneously. And speaking of specific features, this is often the week when gender can be revealed, correct? If parents choose to find out.
Yes, for many, this is the exciting time when you can potentially learn your baby's sex, if you choose to. The external genitalia are typically developed enough to be visible on ultrasound now.
Okay.
So if you're having a girl, her uterus and fallopian tubes are already formed and in their correct anatomical position within her tiny pelvis.
Amazing.
And for boys, the genitals are typically visible on ultrasound now, allowing for sex identification. This is a very personal choice for parents whether or not to find out at this stage, of course.
Right.
But for those who do, it can add another layer of excitement and personalization to the pregnancy journey, helping them visualize their future child even more clearly.
It's amazing how developed they are already. What other key neurological and physical developments are happening that might not be as immediately obvious, but are laying crucial groundwork?
Yeah, this raises an important question about the unseen but critical processes that are truly transformative. Okay, so at 18 weeks, your baby's ears have now fully migrated to their final location on the sides of the head, ready to start picking up sounds.
Wow, so they can potentially hear things?
They're starting to.
Wow.
Muffled, of course, but the hardware is getting into place. More profoundly, perhaps, a protective covering of myelin is starting to form around their nerves.
Ah, myelin. We mentioned that briefly. Tell me more.
Imagine your baby's nerves are like incredibly intricate electrical wires connecting every part of their body to their developing brain. Myelin is like the high-quality insulation around those wires. It's a fatty, protective coating that wraps around nerve fibers.
Okay.
This insulation is absolutely crucial because it makes those electrical signals travel incredibly fast and efficiently, dramatically improving communication throughout the nervous system.
So it speeds things up.
Massively. This lays the groundwork for more coordinated movements, complex reflexes, and down the line, future cognitive functions. It's a really big deal neurologically.
Definitely sounds like it. Anything else?
Yes. Also, the skin plugs that were present in the nostrils begin to disappear around now, opening up the nasal passages. Another subtle but important step in preparing the respiratory system for independent breathing after birth.
Huh.
So this foundational neurological development, even though you can't see it on an ultrasound, is profoundly important for all future functions, from movement to learning.
It's incredible to think about all these microscopic developments adding up to a fully functioning human. To give our listener a tangible sense of how much they've grown, what's the size comparison for a baby at 18 weeks? We love a good size comparison.
Yes. They're always helpful, aren't they? By 18 weeks, your baby is roughly the size of a bell pepper.
A bell pepper? Okay, I can picture that.
To be more precise, they're typically about 8.74 inches long from head to toe, so that's getting quite long, and weighing approximately 7.87 ounces.
Getting close to half a pound.
Exactly. This tangible comparison really helps you visualize just how much growth has occurred in just a few short weeks, and the incredible progress your baby is making inside you. It's no longer just a tiny collection of cells, but a distinct, growing individual with rapidly developing systems.
A bell pepper. That's a great visual and really grounds the idea of their growth.
Mm.
Okay, so we've talked about the baby and all the intricate, miraculous developments happening within them. But as your baby continues this incredible growth spurt, it's putting some very real and noticeable demands on your body.
Absolutely.
So let's shift our deep dive now to understanding the changes you, the expecting parent, might be navigating at 18 weeks and the common symptoms that often arise during this dynamic period. Let's start with something many can probably relate to: increased appetite and cravings.
Ah, yes, the hunger. What's fascinating here is that the why behind this increased hunger is purely physiological. It's driven by the immense work your body is doing.
Makes sense.
Your body is expending significant energy just to support fetal development, which is happening at an astounding pace. But beyond that, your own body is undergoing massive, profound pregnancy-related changes, which also demand substantial fuel.
Like what specifically?
Well, think about your blood volume. You're literally creating about 50% more blood to support the pregnancy.
50%. Wow.
Yes, huge. Your breasts and uterus are growing rapidly, and your body is strategically increasing fat stores to prepare for future needs, like labor and breastfeeding. It's like your body's running a marathon every single day, energetically speaking.
So it's not just about feeding the baby, it's about fueling your entire system for this monumental task. Does that explain why, say, a sudden craving for, I don't know, pickles with peanut butter might feel like an absolute necessity at 3 a.m.?
Ah, absolutely, it often does.
Yeah.
While specific cravings for unusual combinations are still a bit of a mystery, hormones likely play a big role there too. The intense desire for certain foods is often your body's way of signaling it needs calories or maybe even specific nutrients. So how can someone satisfy this increased hunger in a healthy way? The recommendation, as we touched on, is to eat a small meal or nutrient-dense snack approximately every 3 hours.
Every 3 hours, okay. Keep that fuel coming.
Exactly. And when you do eat, emphasize including a strategic mix of protein for satiety, fiber for steady energy and digestive health, and healthy unsaturated fats for long-term energy. This nutrient combination will maximize your nutrition intake and keep you feeling satiated.
Which helps manage the hunger pangs.
Precisely. It helps manage hunger, maintain stable blood sugar levels, and avoid those intense cravings that can sometimes lead to less healthy choices. Understanding that increased hunger is a sign your body is doing its job can be reassuring, but mindful, strategic eating remains key.
That's a really practical tip. Frequent, nutrient-dense small meals. Now, another common symptom, which can be a little unsettling, is dizziness and lightheadedness. What exactly causes that, and how does it relate to all these body changes?
The primary cause is the dramatic and rapid changes happening within your body, particularly how quickly your cardiovascular and nervous systems are adapting.
Adapting to what?
Well, as your blood volume rapidly increases, like we just discussed, your blood vessels actually dilate or widen to accommodate it. This can temporarily lower your overall blood pressure.
Ah, okay.
Sometimes your body's regulatory systems just can't quite keep up with these rapid adjustments, especially when you change positions, which can leave you feeling lightheaded or dizzy for a moment.
So like when you stand up too quickly, I imagine, that's a common experience for many people, even not pregnant.
Exactly. Springing up too fast from lying or sitting positions is a very common trigger for what's known as orthostatic hypotension. That's just a temporary drop in blood pressure upon standing.
Got it.
Other factors can aggravate this too, such as anemia, which is low iron, affecting oxygen delivery, or insufficient food or drink intake leading to low blood sugar or dehydration. Even overexercising or becoming overheated can contribute.
Okay, so several potential factors. This raises an important question, though. When should someone be concerned about dizziness? Is it always just normal?
That's a great question. If you persistently feel lightheaded or have frequent severe bouts of dizziness, or if it's accompanied by other symptoms like blurred vision, persistent headaches, or actual fainting, it's really important to let your healthcare provider know.
Okay.
While these changes in blood volume and shifts in blood pressure are usually normal physiological adaptations, persistent or severe symptoms definitely warrant a checkup to rule out any underlying issues, like more significant anemia or other conditions.
Good advice. Simple things can help too, right?
Absolutely. Simple actions like getting up slowly, making sure you stay well hydrated throughout the day, and eating regularly, those small meals we talked about, can often help manage mild dizziness.
Good to know when to reach out for that expert advice. What about swelling, or edema, as it's often called? This seems to be a very common complaint during pregnancy.
It is very common. It's quite normal to experience some degree of swelling in your feet and ankles during pregnancy, especially as the day goes on or in warmer weather. You might also notice mild swelling in your hands and fingers.
Why does that happen?
It occurs because your body is retaining more fluid overall to support the pregnancy. Plus, the increased blood volume and the physical pressure from the growing uterus can put pressure on the large veins in your lower body, specifically the vena cava, causing fluid to pool a bit in your feet and ankles.
Ah, gravity at work.
Exactly. A practical tip here is, if your rings are starting to feel tight or uncomfortable, it's really wise to take them off now. You don't want to wait until they're stuck and potentially need to be cut off later on.
Good point. But I've heard there are times when swelling can be a red flag for something more serious. What are those warning signs that listeners absolutely need to be aware of?
This is where critical thinking comes in, and vigilance is absolutely crucial. While some mild, gradual swelling, especially in the lower legs, is normal, sudden or excessive swelling, particularly if it appears in your hands or face, can be a warning sign.
Okay, sudden or excessive. What else?
You should call your provider immediately if the swelling is sudden, very noticeable, or asymmetrical, meaning much worse on one side than the other. or if you experience more than just mild or moderate swelling of the hands or face.
And why is that so concerning?
This is particularly important if these swelling symptoms are accompanied by other signs or symptoms of preeclampsia,
Right, preeclampsia.
which is a serious pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure and often signs of damage to other organ systems, most often the liver and kidneys. Other key symptoms to watch for alongside swelling could include persistent headaches that don't go away with usual remedies, changes in vision like blurred vision, seeing spots or flashing lights, severe pain in the upper abdomen, usually under the ribs on the right side, or sudden, rapid weight gain.
That sounds serious. Anything else regarding swelling?
Yes, also, any signs of a deep vein thrombosis, DVT, which is a blood clot typically in a leg vein. Symptoms would usually be in one leg and could include pain, tenderness, warmth, redness, or significant swelling in just that leg. That also requires immediate medical attention.
Okay.
So it's really about understanding the difference between a normal, gradual pregnancy symptom and a potentially serious issue that needs prompt medical evaluation. Don't hesitate to call if you're unsure.
That's a really important distinction and crucial advice for our listeners. Let's talk about something else that might catch people off guard due to its increased volume: vaginal discharge.
Yes, you may indeed notice significantly more vaginal discharge than usual during pregnancy. This often starts early on, but can become more noticeable as pregnancy progresses.
And why is that? Just hormones again?
Primarily, yes. It's largely due to increased estrogen production, which signals the vagina to produce more discharge. It's actually a healthy, natural response and serves a protective purpose.
Protective habit.
This increased discharge helps protect the birth canal and the developing baby from infection. It does this by flushing out old cells and bacteria and helping to maintain a healthy pH balance in the vagina.
Okay, so it's actually doing a job. And what does healthy discharge look and feel like so listeners can differentiate it from something that might be concerning?
Healthy discharge during pregnancy, often called leukorrhea, is typically clear to milky white. Its consistency can vary. Sometimes it's thin and watery, other times thicker and more mucus-like. Crucially, it should be mild smelling or basically odorless.
Got it. Clear or milky white, variable consistency, mild smell.
Exactly. Understanding these characteristics can help normalize this common symptom and distinguish healthy discharge from potentially problematic types, which might indicate an infection like yeast or bacterial vaginosis or even something else.
So what would be signs of a problem?
If you notice a sudden change in color, like green, yellow, or gray, or if there's a strong, unpleasant, fishy, or foul odor, or if you experience itching, burning, soreness, or discomfort in the vaginal area, or if the discharge looks like cottage cheese, then it's important to contact your healthcare provider for evaluation and possible treatment.
Okay, that's clear. Moving on to something that can be genuinely uncomfortable and disruptive to sleep for many pregnant people: leg cramps. What's the deal with those during pregnancy, and why do they seem to hit so many people, especially at night?
Oh, leg cramps. They are incredibly common, especially in the second and third trimesters, and yeah, often strike inconveniently at night. Honest, the exact cause isn't fully understood. It's a bit of a mystery.
Really? No clear reason?
Not one single definitive cause, but several potential contributing factors. They're thought to be connected to the increased swelling and the extra weight you're carrying, which puts additional strain and fatigue on your leg muscles, particularly the calves.
Makes sense. They're working harder.
Definitely. Other theories include compression of nerves in the legs by the growing uterus, dehydration, or possibly imbalances in certain minerals like calcium, magnesium, or potassium, though the research on mineral imbalances is still a bit inconclusive.
Basically, your body's working hard, dealing with circulatory changes, and those muscles are bearing a lot of new load and stress.
So when a cramp strikes, often waking you up, what's the immediate best course of action to get some relief? Because it can be really painful.
They really can. For immediate relief, the best thing to do is to actively stretch the cramped muscle, usually the calf. Straighten your leg, heel first, and then gently flex your toes and ankle back towards your shins, pulling your foot upwards towards your head. Hold that stretch for about 20-30 seconds.
Even though it might hurt initially. Yes, it can be painful in the moment, but it helps to lengthen the contracted muscle and release the cramp. After stretching, you can try gently massaging the muscle, or applying heat using something like a heating pad or a hot water bottle. Heat can help relax the muscle and improve blood flow to the area. Sometimes, simply getting up and walking around for a minute or two can also help shake it off.
Those sound like good immediate fixes. Are there any strategies to prevent them from happening in the first place, or at least reduce their frequency and intensity? Because preventing them sounds better than dealing with them at 3 a.m.
Absolutely. Prevention is key. There are several measures you can take. First, try to avoid standing or sitting with your legs crossed for extended periods, as this can impede circulation.
Okay.
Taking daily walks or engaging in other gentle, regular exercise, like swimming or prenatal yoga, can help improve circulation and keep muscles flexible. Ensuring you drink enough water throughout the day is crucial. Dehydration is a known contributor to muscle cramps.
Hydration, again, seems important for everything.
It really is. Many women find a warm bath before bed relaxing and helpful for easing muscle tension. Also, making a habit of regularly stretching your calf muscles, maybe doing those same stretches we just described throughout the day, and especially before you go to bed, can make a significant difference. Rolling your ankles and wiggling your toes frequently can help too.
Any truth to the magnesium idea?
Well, while it's always worth discussing any supplements with your provider first, some women do find that taking a magnesium supplement helps to reduce the frequency and intensity of leg cramps. It's thought to play a role in muscle function and nerve transmission, but definitely talk to your doctor or midwife before starting anything new.
Right.
It's really all about supporting those hardworking muscles, maintaining good circulation, staying hydrated, and maybe addressing potential mineral needs.
These actionable solutions are so helpful for what can be a really common and frankly quite annoying symptom. All right, let's transition now from the symptoms to preparing for what's next, the practical steps and emotional wellness aspects of this crucial stage. First, big milestone we touched on earlier. You're about halfway through.
Yeah.
And that means the rapidly growing belly.
It truly is a significant point. Reaching 18 weeks means you're roughly at the midpoint of this incredible pregnancy journey.
Yeah.
You're past the first trimester, often with its nausea and fatigue, and now firmly in the second trimester. Many people call this the golden trimester because energy often returns and you might be feeling generally better.
That's nice to hear.
And physically, yes, your belly is rapidly becoming rounder and visibly bigger now. For most, it's no longer just a maybe kind of bump. It's unmistakably pregnant, and others will likely start to notice if they haven't already.
So, time to really embrace that maternity fashion, I guess. Any tips there, and what should listeners expect in terms of weight gain at this stage? Is there a specific pattern?
Exactly. This is the perfect time to explore maternity wear that celebrates your bump and, crucially, is comfortable. If you want to elegantly frame your growing silhouette, look for shirts, tops, and maternity dresses with elastic ruching on the sides. They're specifically designed to stretch and flatter and grow with you. Comfort is key.
Good tip. And the weight.
In terms of weight gain, you should typically be gaining weight slowly and steadily during this second trimester. The general guideline is approximately 1 pound per week, although this can vary based on your individual pre-pregnancy BMI and other factors.
And that pound a week, it's not just baby weight, right?
Not at all. That's a common misconception. This crucial weight gain encompasses far more than just the baby's weight. It includes the weight of the growing placenta, the amniotic fluid, your increased blood volume, the growth of your uterus and breast tissue, and essential maternal fat stores needed for energy during pregnancy, labor, and for breastfeeding later on.
Okay, so it's all purposeful weight. When should someone be concerned about their weight gain, though? Either gaining too much or too little?
It's really important to discuss any drastic or sudden changes in your weight with your healthcare provider. That means whether you're gaining weight much more rapidly than expected, say several pounds in a single week, or if you find you're not gaining enough weight consistently.
What could those extremes indicate?
Well, significant rapid weight gain, especially if accompanied by increased swelling, could sometimes be a sign of excessive fluid retention or potentially preeclampsia, so it needs checking out. On the other hand, consistently insufficient weight gain could indicate that you or the baby aren't getting adequate nourishment, or there might be another underlying issue affecting growth. Consistent, steady gain within the recommended range for your specific situation is what's generally healthiest. Your provider will track this at your appointments.
Which brings us to a related point that can be a really sensitive topic for some, navigating weight gain and body image during pregnancy. It's easy to feel a lot of pressure around body changes, isn't it?
It absolutely is, and it's perfectly normal, very common actually, to feel anxious or even a little self-conscious as the numbers on the scale increase and your body shape dramatically shifts. This can be especially true if you have a history of weight struggles, body image issues, or eating disorders. Our society puts a lot of emphasis on weight, unfortunately.
So what's the healthy perspective here?
What's absolutely crucial to remember, and where shifting to a healthy mindset comes into play, is that gaining weight during pregnancy is not just normal. It is absolutely essential. It's necessary for a healthy pregnancy outcome and for supporting your developing baby's growth and well-being.
Right.
This weight gain is purposeful. It's literally building life. It's fueling growth, building the baby's life support systems like the placenta and amniotic fluid, increasing your blood supply, and preparing your body for the demands of birth and postpartum recovery, including breastfeeding. It's really about nourishment and preparation, not about conforming to some external aesthetic ideal.
So focusing on the incredible life-giving purpose of this weight gain, rather than societal pressures or just the number on the scale, is key. Who can someone lean on for support during this unique emotional journey if they're struggling?
Leaning on your support system is so important. Talk to trusted friends, your partner, family members who are supportive. And definitely talk to your healthcare providers, your doctor or midwife. They can provide reassurance, professional context about what's normal and healthy for you, and guidance. They understand the physiology and can help you maintain a healthy perspective on your body's amazing work.
Any other suggestions?
Consider talking to other pregnant people or new mothers, perhaps in a prenatal class or support group. They really understand these unique body image challenges firsthand. Practicing self-compassion is huge. Be kind to yourself. Focus on what your body can do, the incredible feat it's accomplishing, and celebrate the miracle it's creating, rather than dwelling on its changing appearance. Shifting focus to function over form can make a significant difference to your mental well-being.
Those support systems and mindset shifts sound crucial. Now, let's get into the 18-week pregnancy checklist, the actionable preparations you can start making right now. First up, something that impacts future planning significantly. Maternity and parental leave. Seems early, but maybe not.
It's definitely not too early. In fact, now is an excellent time to get ahead of the game on this. You should absolutely begin looking into what you need to do to prepare for maternity leave.
What does that involve?
Start by researching what benefits you're eligible for. This could be through your employer, check your company's policy regarding paid or unpaid leave, and whether short-term disability coverage applies. Also look into potential benefits through state or federal programs like the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA, in the U.S., which provides job protection for eligible employees.
So figuring out eligibility and duration.
Exactly. And gather all the necessary paperwork, understand the deadlines for notification and application, and figure out who in HR or management you need to speak with. Being proactive and completing as much of that paperwork in advance as possible will save you a ton of stress closer to your due date.
Good plan.
It allows you to focus on preparing for the baby's arrival, not scrambling with forms.
And it's not just for the birthing parent, right? Partners also have a role in this planning. It affects the whole family.
Correct. That's a really important point. We absolutely encourage partners to also research their options for paternity or parental leave. Many companies now offer paid or unpaid leave for non-birthing parents, and states are increasingly mandating it too. Understanding these benefits, how they might interact with FMLA if applicable, and any application processes is incredibly beneficial.
Planning as a team.
Exactly. Planning this together, understanding how much time each parent can take and when, is incredibly beneficial for the whole family's transition. It ensures both parents can bond with the new baby and support each other through those demanding but wonderful early weeks.
That's a great point. And for those who already have children, preparing older children for a new sibling is a big one on the checklist. It can be a joyful time, but also, let's be honest, a potentially challenging adjustment for them.
Oh, definitely. A new baby can significantly affect older children, sometimes even more profoundly than it affects the parents, because their entire world, their routine, their share of attention is about to change dramatically.
So how can you prepare them? Does it depend on their age?
Yes, absolutely. Tailor it to their age and their individual personality and interest level. For younger children, toddlers, or preschoolers, reading age-appropriate books about new babies arriving can be very helpful. You can involve them in simple ways, like picking out a toy or outfit for the baby, or letting them gently feel the baby kick once movements are stronger. Make it concrete for them.
And for older kids?
For older children, you can talk more openly about the changes coming. Let them express their feelings, excitement, apprehension, jealousy. It's all valid. Discuss their new important role as a big brother or big sister and what that might involve. Maybe involve them in setting up the nursery or choosing a name.
What's the most important thing, though?
The key action here, which honestly cannot be overstated, is the importance of spending dedicated, quality one-on-one time with your future big sibling before the new baby arrives. Really carve out special time just for them.
Why is that so crucial?
It helps them feel secure in their place in the family, reinforces your unwavering love for them, and can significantly reduce feelings of displacement, insecurity, or jealousy once the new baby inevitably demands more of your time and attention. It's really an emotional preparation for the entire family unit, ensuring the older child feels seen and valued during the transition.
That one-on-one time sounds incredibly valuable, laying a strong foundation. Next on the checklist, signing up for birth classes. What can listeners expect from these and why are they so highly recommended? They seem like a staple.
They really are highly recommended, especially for first-time parents, but even refreshers can be useful. Childbirth classes are designed to help you prepare for labor, birth, and often the immediate postpartum period and newborn care.
What kind of formats do they come in?
They can range significantly in duration and format. You might find a single full-day intensive workshop or a series that meets once a week for a month or longer. The format often depends on the type of class. Common ones include LeMay's, the Bradley Method, hypnobirthing, or general hospital-based classes and how much depth they go into.
And what do they typically cover?
These classes provide invaluable information on what to expect physically and emotionally before, during, and after labor. They cover the stages of labor, explain common medical interventions and hospital procedures, and teach various pain management techniques, both pharmacological like epidurals and non-pharmacological like breathing exercises, relaxation methods, massage, and position changes. Many classes also cover basics of newborn care, feeding options like breastfeeding, and postpartum recovery for the birthing parent.
That sounds really comprehensive. And where can people find these classes? The options seem to have expanded so much recently, especially with online offerings.
They're quite widely available and increasingly accessible, which is great. You can often find classes offered through your local hospital or birth center. These sometimes include tours of their labor and delivery units, which can be helpful. There are also independent childbirth educators who might offer more specialized, philosophical, or personalized approaches in smaller group settings.
And online.
Yes, and increasingly, there are many online options available as well, which offer great flexibility, especially for those with busy schedules or who live further from in-person classes. Framing this as an investment in a more informed and empowered birth experience really highlights their benefit. It's not just about learning facts, it's about building confidence, practicing coping techniques, understanding your choices, and often connecting with other expectant parents who are going through the same thing.
That empowerment aspect sounds fantastic. Speaking of mental preparation, coping with pregnancy stress is another key area on the checklist. It's probably inevitable to feel some stress given all the physical symptoms, the hormonal shifts, and the immense life changes happening.
You're absolutely right. Acknowledging that stress during pregnancy is common, even expected, is the first crucial step. Given the combination of physical discomforts, hormonal fluctuations, worries about the baby's health, financial concerns, relationship shifts, and the enormous life changes and responsibilities ahead, who wouldn't feel some level of stress?
Right. It's a lot.
It is a lot. However, while some stress is normal, it can become problematic if it's too intense, too persistent, or feels unmanageable. Chronic or severe stress can potentially affect both maternal well-being and, some research suggests, fetal development or pregnancy outcomes.
Okay, so what's the advice for managing it effectively? And when should someone realize it's time to seek professional help? Because that can be a difficult line to discern sometimes.
It's vital to learn and proactively practice good ways to cope with pregnancy stress. What works will vary from person to person, but some effective strategies might include incorporating daily mindfulness or meditation practices. Even just 5–10 minutes can help. Engaging in gentle, regular exercise that you enjoy, like walking, swimming, or prenatal yoga, is a great stress reliever. Spending time in nature, practicing deep breathing exercises, or making time for hobbies and relaxation are also important.
What about social support?
Absolutely critical. Connecting regularly with your support network, your partner, friends, family, or other expectant parents can make a huge difference. Sometimes journaling can also be a powerful tool for processing worries and emotions. Remember, the mind-body connection during pregnancy is incredibly strong, so prioritizing your mental well-being is just as essential as your physical health.
And the line for seeking help.
We provide clear guidance on when it's important to get professional support. If stress feels overwhelming most of the time, if it's persistent day after day, or if it's significantly impacting your daily functioning, your sleep, your appetite, your ability to work or take care of yourself. Also, if you experience persistent sadness, overwhelming anxiety, extreme irritability, panic attacks, or a noticeable loss of interest or pleasure in activities you once enjoyed. These could be signs of prenatal depression or anxiety.
So don't hesitate.
Absolutely not. Don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor, midwife, or a mental health professional. Mental health support during pregnancy is readily available and just as important as physical health support. There's no shame in needing help.
That's a crucial reminder and vital guidance. Finally, on our checklist for week 18, let's circle back to nutrition again, specifically focusing on eating iron-rich foods. Why is this so important, especially as we enter the second half of pregnancy?
Your iron requirement significantly increases during pregnancy, particularly ramping up in the second and third trimesters. You need approximately 27 milligrams of iron per day.
27 milligrams. How does that compare to normal?
It's a substantial jump compared to the 18 milligrams typically recommended for non-pregnant adult women, so a 50% increase.
Wow. Why such a big increase?
The primary reason for this heightened need is that massive increase in blood volume we talked about, up to 50% more blood. Iron is absolutely vital for producing hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the protein found in red blood cells that's responsible for carrying oxygen throughout your body, delivering it to all your tissues, and, crucially, across the placenta to your growing baby.
So it's all about oxygen delivery.
Primarily, yes. Adequate iron is critical for supporting fetal growth and development, especially their brain development. It also plays a crucial role in maintaining your own healthy immune system and ensuring you have enough energy. Iron deficiency anemia is common in pregnancy and can cause symptoms like fatigue, weakness, shortness of breath, and dizziness.
Okay, so it's really important to get enough. Where can listeners find these vital iron sources in their diet? What foods should they focus on?
Excellent sources of easily absorbed heme iron include lean red meat, poultry, dark meat has more than light, and certain fish like tuna and salmon.
And for vegetarians or those who don't eat much meat?
There are good plant-based or non-heme iron sources too. Look to fortified breakfast cereals, check the labels. Also edamame, various legumes like lentils, chickpeas, kidney beans, black beans. Tofu is another good one, as are dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, and even fortified bread.
Are there any tricks to help absorb that iron better, especially the plant-based kind, which I hear is harder to absorb?
Yes, absolutely. There are a couple of powerful practical tips to maximize iron absorption, especially from those non-heme sources. First, a slightly unusual one. Try cooking acidic foods like tomato sauce in a cast iron skillet. Some iron can naturally leach from the pan into your food, subtly boosting your intake.
Interesting. What's the main tip, though?
The main one, and this is critically important, is to emphasize consuming foods rich in vitamin C alongside your iron-rich meals. Vitamin C significantly enhances the absorption of non-heme iron.
How much difference does it make?
It can make a huge difference, potentially increasing absorption several times over. So think about pairing iron-rich foods with vitamin C sources. Have spinach salad with orange segments or bell peppers. Eat your fortified cereal with berries. Add tomatoes or broccoli to your lentil soup. Or have a glass of orange juice with your beans on toast. This simple food pairing strategy is really effective.
That's fascinating about the vitamin C. It really shows how interconnected our bodies and nutrition are, doesn't it? This has been such a comprehensive and insightful look at week 18. Wow, we've covered so much ground today.
Indeed we have.
Huh.
From the intricate formation of your baby's features and critical internal systems like their developing lungs and that all-important myelin sheath, to the common physical symptoms you might experience like increased appetite, dizziness, swelling, and those lovely leg cramps.
Great.
And then moving into the crucial practical preparations you can start making, such as planning for leave, preparing older siblings, understanding the value of birth classes, and really focusing on key nutritional needs like iron. We've truly covered a lot of what defines this pivotal week.
This deep dive really provides you, our listener, with a comprehensive understanding, hopefully helping you feel more in tune with your body and your baby during this remarkable period. Remember, each week of pregnancy brings its own set of unique changes and milestones, unfolding like chapters in an incredible story.
Absolutely. And as you continue this incredible journey, maybe take a moment to consider how every subtle change in your body, every tiny flutter you feel, is a profound reminder of the intricate, evolving partnership between you and your growing baby. This deep, unspoken connection built on shared experience and biological synchronicity isn't just preparing you for birth, but perhaps it's also preparing you for the continuous dance of parenthood and beyond. How does tuning into these tiny daily miracles begin to shape your understanding of connection, resilience, and unconditional love even before you meet your little one face to face?